There's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, entertainers? I'm coming to you guys with another Hollywood Hot Topics. Before I get started, make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think about this video, y'all. I just see something. This is why I gotta join the Discord, because we be cracking up in there. I'm cracking up, y'all. Oh, okay. Anyways, okay, so on to some sad news to start off with. Today they laid Shanquella's body to rest. As you guys saw, the whole of I believe it's North Carolina, they all came out to support. So it was hundreds and hundreds of people that you see. It's kind of sad to see videos like this because you never know when your last day is a coming. So it's like you don't really think about stuff like that until like you see it happening like around you. So that whole situation to me is still just sad. Like I hate talking about it because it's such a grimy situation that like, and it deals with other people too. And it's not like her death is her own fault. So it's like, like it's really nasty to be honest. So this was her carriage and everything and her funeral box, y'all. So as you guys can see. So of course this day didn't come nothing but with some drama because T.S. Madison got herself in some hot water, you guys, for talking about the whole Shanquella situation and people thinking that the girl who fought her in the first video was trans. Thank you so much, Latifah Thomas, for joining the membership. I'm telling y'all, one of the first videos you need to watch, Latifah, is my future story time video, how I was in a future music video, because that story time is really, really funny. So make sure you check that out. So she got in some hot water because of it. I'm going to show you guys. Make sure you guys are running that like button up, that like button, that like button up. Make sure you guys are running that like button up, that like button up, that like button up. Okay. All right. So here's what she had to say, you guys. So basically, everybody was alleging that the girl was trans, right? I told you guys, as you know, the king of the Photoshop. Okay. That's how you could tell it was photoshopped. Like you could tell somebody. I could. You know what I should have did. But I don't know if this could, I don't even think I could even do this on the streaming platform. I was going to literally share my screen with you guys and show you guys how I can turn the girl who beat her up, right, in the video, turn her into a male. Because if you know what you're doing on Photoshop, it's easily done. You could really turn somebody into a whole nother person. You could remove anything like that. So I could already tell by looking at that picture. I said on my last live last night that, of course, it's Photoshop. You can tell, right? So T.S. Madison took offense to this because, and I did a little bit too, because I felt like, of course, people are going to run with this trans narrative because they're going to try to put it on, oh, it's a trans girl that beat her up. She was jealous that she was a natural born woman. That's why she beat her up. Da, 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 da. So T.S. Madison kind of threw shots at everybody that was running with that narrative or whatever. And she got a whole lot of backlash because she said it was one of her own that did it. Okay, take a look.
The opportunity to start talking about the subject. I was woke up with that when I checked my messages and stuff this morning. That's why I made the post. That's why it was not about me deflecting or taking away or making this about trans people and this and the other. It was before I even had the opportunity to, I'm going to explain to her own. Her own means her own. God damn it. First thing that I motherfucking saw in reference to what was going on, what's this? This is what I saw. Some black man had took the wig off of the girl and made the girl look like this. Doing this was a dude she was fighting. Somebody said, so that's not real. Right. Okay. So this is what I was saying in my context of talking about the situation before I even had the opportunity.
All right, my bad, y'all, for the echo in the beginning of the video. Okay, I'm gonna play it one more time, you guys, so you guys can hear it without the echo. I keep forgetting to mute myself. That's why it explains the the last two town halls. So sorry about that, y'all.
Before I even had the opportunity to start talking about the subject, I was woke up with that when I checked my messages and stuff this morning. That's why I made the post. That's why it was not about me deflecting or taking away or making this about trans people and this and the other. It was before I even had the opportunity to, I'm going to explain to her own. Her own means her own. God damn it. First thing that I motherfucking saw in reference to what was going on was this. This is what I saw. Some black man had took the wig off of the girl and made the girl look like this. Doing this.
And then she also tweeted, she said, y'all so funny. So now all of a sudden today you started accepting trans women as women. It's the pick and choose what I say that offends you for me. So it was her own that drove you mad. And today you've finally accepted us as women. Bye. And then someone commented, said, I'm glad you said her own, so you're admitting we aren't the same. So stop this BS with all the women ish, because you said her own did that. Yet we supposed to be an outrage when you get hurt. And then T.S. Madison said, I'm T.S. Madison. Get it, T.S.? I've always stood on me being trans. So what do you say? You know how T.S. Madison talk. And then she said, now what would someone even start that kind of lie on a trans person? And people immediately believe that bogus crap. That wasn't true. No transgender woman beat Shanquella Robinson to death. It was one of her own. You people immediately ran with that lie. So that was the original tweet. I feel like she could have used a better word than her own. I'll say that. But I'm so sick and tired of T.S. Madison fighting the battle on her own. Anytime when it comes to her defending trans people, whatever, sister girl be out here in the field doing it on her own. We never see Laverne Cox, stick her cock in the conversation and speak up. No, never. You'll never see that. You never see someone like Amaya Scott speak out and speak against issues like this. It's always T.S. Madison being out there in the front line talking and defending these issues on her own. And it's really, really sad because it's like, girl, you don't have the backing. So if I was you, I wouldn't even do it, because it's like, y'all ain't even backing me up. You get what I'm saying? So I do get what she was saying. It was just the wording was like extremely inappropriate, as she said, her own thing, because what it does is you saying her own is basically saying trans women aren't considered women because you're saying they're like a whole nother type of species. You get what I'm saying? Like, because if trans women, they want to be called women, right? And be considered women. So if you say her own, it's basically negating that fact of trans women wanting to be called and be referred to as women, if you get what I'm saying. I know it's kind of dumb to kind of get your head wrapped around it, but y'all get what I mean. So yeah. OMD, I'm fangirling right now. Anyways, smash that like button. Hey, welcome to the membership, Latifah. Welcome to the membership. But no, T.S. Madison just needs to stop fighting the fight. It's just, girl, you're doing it on your own, and it's sad, to be honest. Go back to your movies, girl. You're booked and busy. The last thing you need is all this drama surrounding her. And also, I feel like T.S. Madison should have just waited, a couple of days before she did this whole spiel, because today was her funeral. So I'll say that. Let the girl, get buried and let her rest before, start popping those gums. But I do get her point, because you guys, people running with that narrative is extremely dangerous. Thank God. Like, I prayed the girl wasn't trans. I was like, please don't let this girl be trans. Like, please, Lord. And she wasn't. So I'm like, whew, praise God. Because it would start a whole war. It really would. Because it would be like, oh my God, this trans girl was so jealous and blah, 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 and all this stuff. So thank God the girl isn't trans. So, hey. It kind of leaves that whole grouping out of it. That's what T.S. Madison was basically saying. Like, everybody was so quick to kind of run with it and blame this trans girl and her being trans. And I know that girl probably feels sick to her stomach, because not only did you participate in unaliving someone, now you're being called a man. So how does it? I know you might feel like crap right now, to be honest, which you deserve. So I'm glad that they're calling her a man. Okay, humiliate her. She needs all the humiliation and disgruntling that she can get, to be honest. So claps up to whoever started that rumor, to be honest. I'm just saying. Okay, next thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Chris Brown. So I guess he was supposed to do some Michael Jackson tribute at the American Music Awards, and the girl said no. They pulled the plug. Okay, I did drop the link if you guys want to join towards the end of this live to give your opinion. Okay, thank you so much for smashing that like button, Miss Meek. Okay, please don't let Miss Cardi B pop up. All right. So Chris Brown was going to perform this performance. I'm going to play the music because it's copywritten, but he was going to perform this whole Michael Jackson type of inspiration, right? And American Music Awards last minute, pulled the plug and said, nah, you're not going to perform this. And it brings me to the question of, why do you guys think, and I'm going to play another video that kind of backs to my question. Why do you guys think that Chris Brown isn't giving his flowers as much as Michael Jackson has? Because he's really put in, I feel like, not as much time as Michael. I ain't gonna say that, but he put in a lot of effort, and I feel like he's never given his correct amount of flowers. And I think one of the main reasons why is because of the whole Rihanna thing. I think that tainted the heck out of his image. I feel like had that whole situation not have happened, he would have been on the level of Michael Jackson. And not only that, I feel like some of the people he surrounds himself around it gives him like a bad look, and it puts him in the whole just hip hop box, if you get what I'm saying. Well, Michael Jackson, he could never be put in a hip hop box. He couldn't be put in a pop box. He was just like his own entity. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like Chris Brown has enough talent to have been considered that type of person, but due to the people he's around, the Rihanna thing, some stuff that he's gotten in trouble for, that's what I think happened, okay? And also, I seen a report, Boosie said it's because Chris Brown won't dye his hair and talk soft like Michael Jackson. That's why he's not on the level of Michael Jackson. First of all, Chris Brown dyes his hair more than Cisco dyed his hair bleach. Okay, so quit playing. Okay, he dropped this Christmas song. It had his very much ruby red and white ivory hair colored. So I don't get that. Boosie is just ignorant to me, because it's like, you don't even know what you're even talking about. Like, this man really dyes his hair on a daily. So what are you talking about? He's doing it on his own already. So I'm confused. He's just an ignorant dude. Like, just talking to talk. Like, shut up. At all. Like, shut up. All right. So Akon did an interview and kind of said why he thinks that Chris Brown isn't on the level of Mike Jack. Okay, so take a look, y'all.
Only person in my opinion that could have achieved just as great as a legacy as Mike, to me, would have been Chris Brown. I just believe that Chris Brown wasn't surrounded by the circle of creative people that Mike was surrounded by.
Wow.
Because Chris got the talent.
Wow.
He just needed the direction.
Right.
So imagine if Chris had Mike's team.
Right.
Just imagine that. It would be something different.
And that's big.
But Chris is like he got bloods around him. He got little gangbangs around him.
Right.
He don't have the guys.
Right.
He's smart, but he's smart according to what this generation smart attracts.
Right.
Okay. For me to survive in this era, I got to keep certain things around me, certain people around me, just so I can keep getting it going.
Right.
But if he was able to delete all that and say, look, I'm going to focus on being the greatest entertainer ever, Chris has the opportunity.
It's too late now.
Yeah. But I think that's why everybody love you though, because boy, you so boy.
ain't nobody selling no 100 million albums. Ain't
no.
That again. That's over. That's
but
over.
But
you now you got the streaming. So now you do. I don't know really how streaming work. Do you get a quarter? You get 50 cents? You get a dime for how many streams you get? I don't really know how that works.
Right.
But I mean, he seems to be doing unbelievable in that.
Oh yeah, he's killing it. In this day and age, the only person, in my opinion, that could have achieved.
So what do you guys think? Do you guys think this is true, that he'll never be able to reach Mike Jackson's status? I don't think he'll be able to either. So I agree with Mr. Man that was laughing at him, because it's just not achievable at this point. He's too deep in his career to be able to reach what Michael Jackson has accomplished, and he's already made too many mistakes that Mike didn't make. And don't get me wrong, Mike made his fair share of mistakes too. You know, he did, dangling the child over the balcony and all that type of stuff, but it's like he never put his hands on anybody. So it's like stuff like that was forgivable, because stuff that Michael did, and I'm not talking about the alleged y'all know the word molest, that word. I'm not talking about those type of stuff, but I'm talking about stuff that we've seen in public, like the dangling the kid over the balcony. What else? Always carrying an umbrella everywhere, like little clumsy stuff and little quirky stuff that he would do. It's nothing that offended anybody. But what Chris Brown did, everybody was like, "Oh, you hitting women," right? So Mr. Sharp is right, okay? Mr. Sharp is right. And I wonder how Chris Brown's going to be, how he's going to feel when he sees an interview like this, especially his colleagues like Akon talking about him, to be honest. So I'm just saying, okay. But Shannon is right. Shannon is right. Okay. Jay Nasty, you said Shannon Sharp, fine A. He got a funny shape here. He got a funny shape here. Okay. Ebony, you said you want to see Miss Keys hit her toe again. And I mentioned her best. And I mentioned her best. And I mentioned her. Okay, let's get back to Chris Brown though. I don't think what they're doing though is right by pulling his performance, especially if he's paying tribute to an artist that he loves. Even before Michael ended up passing, that's someone that Chris Brown would always give his flowers to. So it's not like he just all of a sudden wanted to inspire or love Mike Jack before, like after he passed. He always loved Mike Jack even before that. Even as a little kid, I remember when he was younger as a artist, there was interviews of him talking about Michael Jackson and everything like that. So it's kind of messed up that they put the performance, but they're letting Kandi B perform. Why? I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not even no big Barty. I'm not even no big Barb or anything like that and everything like that. I'm no Tasha K either. Okay, I don't hate the Barty gang, but I'm just saying fair is fair and fair is fair. Chris has dropped a project this year. Cardi hasn't. Let's be fair now. Let's give, the flowers where it's due. Okay, and that album that Chris dropped, it had a whole lot of tracks on there. And that's one thing he needs to stop doing too. You need to stop dropping all these albums that have so many tracks on them because it devalues your musicality. You shouldn't be dropping albums more than 15 songs on an album. That's kind of crazy, especially when most of them, you don't even have features on them. So it seems as if you're just writing stuff and just putting it out just so you can have quantity versus quality. So Chris needs to stop doing that, to be honest. What music does Cardi got? Okay, speaking of, my girl Cardi B told me she got to apologize for taking Chris Brown's performance.
Y'all want to hear what Cardi B had to say? Okay.
I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize.
Oh, let me play Cardi B one more time after she found out that you tried to set me up.
I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize. I apologize.
Okay, so make sure you guys hit that like button before cutting yourself apology at the end. Okay, today's probably Cardi's gonna be last day. Like I said, I have some replacements for Cardi coming up, so stay tuned for that, guys. Okay, I have some real funny replacements for Cardi coming up, so you guys can hit that, smash that like button. Okay. Jay Nasty said Chris Brown's latest album is trash. Mad tracks that are garbage. That's the thing. Let me show you. Let me look up how much songs. Let me go on my Spotify real quick. All I know is shoot. I almost played a song here. All I know is it was a lot of songs. I remember that for sure because I listened to some of the songs and like I couldn't even finish the album. Okay, so it has 35 songs. That's ridiculous. That's to me, you're going overboard. Michael Jackson would never do something like that. Like his creativity wouldn't even let him. He has so much creativity that it didn't allow him to fit all of these songs in one album. You know what I'm saying? Like those 35 songs, Mike would have spread those out across 3 albums. That is insane. 35 songs. I don't know. Is it quality music? It's okay. It's not horrible, but it's not like, oh my God, he got a banger. Like, no. And I do feel like the industry is kind of downplaying him a little bit more than usual lately. I feel like his hype is kind of died down a little bit. Why? I don't know. But maybe he does need a little bit of a rebranding because I think that'll help too. Plus, one thing that always I feel like works with artists is when they go Ghost. It worked with Nicki. I remember when she went Ghost and everybody was like, oh my God. Nicki was trending days and days and days when she dropped no music. It was one point in time when she was having Papa Bear and all them and stuff like that. She wasn't dropping no music, right? Everybody kept making her trend. They were making her trend. They kept making her trend. When she finally dropped, everybody went crazy. Maybe Chris needs to sort of do that and sort of go Ghost for a little bit and then drop a new project so that way everybody could go haywire. So, yeah. He said, no, that's a lot for one album. Imagine how long he took to write all this stuff. That's a lot. Okay. Next I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Kandi Burruss. Kandi. So sadly, you guys, she gave us some bad news. And she said she needs some understanding. I'm talking about 1 and 2. Her show got canceled on Bravo 2. I don't like Bravo. You don't know why? They done cancel her show, but then y'all let Tardy for the Party run seasons after seasons after seasons after seasons after seasons with nobody watching it. Take a look, you guys.
No, Thomas asks, when will Kandi and the Gang return? Unfortunately, it is not returning. Bravo is not bringing it back. That's so sad, and I'm super sad about it. Okay, I'm gonna move on now, because I don't even want to get sad right now.
I feel bad. You could hear the clenching in Kandi C. She's like, I canceled the show, Lord. Well, we're gonna move on to Lord. This is crazy, Lord. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I hate with Bravo too. Like, Kandi has put out some great Kandi has put out some great shows. Even the show with her family, without the restaurant being involved. Like, you get what I'm saying? And oh shoot, let me play the video again.
Mel Thomas asks, when will Kandi and the Gang return? Unfortunately, it is not returning. Bravo is not bringing it back. That's so sad, and I am super sad about it. Okay, I'm gonna move on now, because I don't even want to get sad right now.
Like I was saying, she puts a lot of projects out there, even some shows with her family just on her own without the restaurant. Put that out there. She put the Kandi Coated Night show out there, and it's like it never ends up picking up steam and going. It's like always one season, one and done. One season, one and done. One season, one and done. Which is really, really sad. But my poor girl Kandi works hard. One thing about it, a lot of people do not live for Kandi, but I do, because I love a business woman or man. Okay, somebody who's a hustler and a boss on their own that doesn't have to leech off on other people. My bad, y'all. Who doesn't have to leech off on other people and can make it on their own. I respect that. So that's why Kandi has always been one of my favorite housewives. Of course, she's not the most interesting and the most entertaining, but she gets to the bag. You know how the baddies are always talking about, we need to get to the bag, and Natalie and everything. They need to hit up Kandi, okay? That's what they need to do. And she also talked about how they're this season and Real Housewives of Atlanta and also the Escape show, that they're going to be really coming for her. Okay, so it seems as if she's really talking more about the Escape show than Atlanta Housewives. That's what it seems like. So I want you guys to take a look.
Where it seemed like I've been battling with everybody. Like, when I tell you, I have been in so many arguments in the past, since the summer, since we were filming the Escape show all the way now, filming Housewives. I feel like I have argued with everybody. Like, almost had some really crazy blowouts with some people. This has been a very crazy time. And so I really enjoy just coming on Amazon Live, because I'm able to come here and we just have fun. We talk about good fun stuff we want to buy and stuff like that. But in my other life, it's been some craziness happening. RHOA, of course, if I be feeling like everybody is coming for me constantly lately. And this time I'm just not taking it lying down. Yes, I have been having to read some people left and right. I'm in this weird place.
And one thing about Kandi, when she wears the red hair, any season that Kandi has red hair, we know the season is going to be good. AKA season 5, AKA season 6. Those were some of the heydays of Atlanta Housewives. And guess what? She had red hair in both. Not throughout the whole season, but at least a little bit of the season. When she puts on that red hair, it's time for action, okay? And I believe she had red hair in this season for at least a little bit of portion. So I know we're going to get, you know, some drama and conflama. Okay, what I believe is happening is Sheree and Marlo. That's what's being rumored out there, that Sheree and Marlo, you guys, are coming for Kandi. So they're really coming at Kandi hardcore this year, more than usual. So it seems as if that is the two people that she's had to read down, okay? And we also seen her get a little bit mad at they had sort of like this 20 scat type party for Sonya's husband, and we saw Kandi sort of yelling at somebody at the party. It looked like a guest or something like that. Jane Ashley said maybe Kandi's letting too many people into her space. Too many spirits are throwing her off. Yes, very much so. That's why I gotta really I'm the king of ghosting people and isolating myself. I don't like being around too much people. So Kandi's probably just like that too. So she's probably being around too much people, especially with the whole escape thing. And now you got to go back to these housewives. So it's like, it's probably messing with her spirit. But we're going to pray for Kandi, okay? Kandi Coded Nights. Or else we're going to go to the studio and drop some beats. All right, next I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Porsha. She's finally getting married to Dennis, you guys, okay? And it doesn't look like any camera's catching it, Andy. Okay. All right. So we see her dipping it and doing it, dipping it and doing it, dipping it and doing it. And then she's going to start throwing the Big Debbie Cakes back. She'll the Big Debbie Cakes back. Throw them Big Debbie Cakes back, right? Big Debbie Cakes back. Ayy. How long do you guys think this relationship is going to last? Because this relationship didn't start off the most honest. So I really give this relationship a good year before it sort of like separates, to be honest. Because I already know Miss Porsha not gonna sign a prenup, okay? And if she do, it's gonna be a hefty duty and a hefty a bag in it for her to keep after the divorce is probably taken into effect, okay? But it looks as if she's having a good old time at her bridesmaid party and everything like that, okay? Big Debbie, boo. Hey, okay? So shout out to her for that, right? There doesn't seem like to be, like I said, a camera catching all of this, so I don't know what Andy is doing. Like I said, I don't like Andy. To me, they need to just fire him because he doesn't know what he's doing. Like, you're having this lady marry a man that she stole from somebody and there's no cameras around her and she's supposed to be one of the most iconic housewives. What are you doing? But you guys throw her off to a girls trip. For what? I don't know. Okay, Jane Ashley said 5 months. You lose them how you get them, they say. Okay, so you think somebody else is going to snatch, you know, the African prince from Porsha? You know what I saw the other day? The guy who Nene is going out with, right? The African guy. That African guy looks like the same guy I was talking about yesterday that was getting the Big Debbie cakes thrown at him by Fat Cat. I saw a picture. I said, oh, wait, isn't that the pastor that was getting the Big Debbie cakes thrown at him by Fat Cat? But it's not him, y'all. They both do look alike, though. I'll say that, okay? Next I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Bandman Kevo. Okay, so he made a video and showed his snatched body and explained to DJ Academics why, you know, his body is snatched, and said that, you know, he had to get it done because he was sick of girls, you know, breaking up with him and breaking my heart. Okay, so he was sick of that happening, so he went and got his body nipped, sucked, and plucked. Okay, so I want you guys to take a look at this video, and I pose this question. Okay, I'm gonna pose a question after I play this video.
Myself. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I got cheated on a lot. Really? By a lot of like guys with better bodies. Really? Yeah. Just to be honest, man, I don't even care. You know what I mean? You said what?
So if you would have chicked, you obviously, nigga, your name's Bandman Kevo. You got the bag.
I got the bag. Whatever. It didn't make me feel bad. But
it's that your shorty or whoever. Did they have the bag too?
No.
What? Oh, hell no.
So it's like it's like I understand.
DJ Academics to me. Hold on, let me. I'm gonna mute myself in a little bit, but DJ Academics to me, the messier he gets, the fuller his cheeks get. Okay, the mess. No, every messy comment.
I was just like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I got the money, I'm rich, I got this, I got that. I don't care. Loss. But at the same time, you look at it I don't know what type of women you like, but when we look at a woman we like, we usually like a nice. Did you do? Look, I'm gonna show y'all like this is how you're supposed to look after you working out. You got to be working out hard as hell though. You know what I'm saying? Like after the fact, you feel me? So I had them take fat from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? To form my. You know what I'm saying? My lower back, my legs, everything. You feel me? Fat anywhere, like everything was weird about my body, like, cause I weighed 284, you feel me? So this 220 right here, you know what I mean? Like with my busting hard, you know what I'm saying? But my chest was hanging over fat as hell. Now I'm decent, like, you know what I'm saying? Get right. And
so we see the results, you guys. So thank God it wasn't giving lobster, because you guys know that picture that went viral when it had the lobster packs and the lobster packs going up. Not gonna lie, I could use a surgery like that, girl. You know, I want to get some fat sucked out of the stomach real quick. Okay, I don't need to put in my Big W cakes, because you know I got Big W cakes. I don't need to put there, but you know, I could use a little lipo, nip, suck, plucked. Okay, so he said I was working out hard and still couldn't lose my stomach, so I went to was 284, now I'm 220, but you still have to work out, and most rappers gonna tell you the sauce. Not gonna tell you the sauce. If your lady need her body done, I might pay for yours and hers too. Okay, so my question is for my entertainer girls. Okay, would you guys date a guy, you know, that got their body snatched, plucked, and sucked? Would you guys date a guy like that? Okay, would you guys be here for it? Would you guys be here for the guy being more snatched than you? Okay, so body good, you know, body good, face good, you know, stomach flat, ass fat. Would you guys be here for that? Okay, so yeah, y'all be here for a whoop and then boop and then the cake sitting out like that. Cause not gonna lie, man, I don't care. It looked like he snatched.
You know what's crazy?
Okay? It's giving like the Big W cake sitting pretty, waist snatched to the Lord. Okay, there's been a lot of rappers that have been rumored to get this anyway, so it's not like he's like one of the first that has gotten it. He's just been the first that's been really, really honest. So I really admire him being so honest about this, because a lot of these rap dudes, they really do it on the low. They just don't put it out there because they don't want to get embarrassed. Okay, so shout out to him for getting it. He looks good, to be honest. I do feel like he needs to put in a little bit more work on the stomach, because I do see a little pudge still sticking out of the little peg part. But once I feel like he loses a little bit more fat, he'll really look snatched, and all that fat will go right to his Big W cakes, girl. Right? So let me know in the comments for the replay watchers if you guys would be here for a guy like that. At least they're being honest with you as well, too. So please keep that in mind and don't be judgmental. Okay. All right. Last thing I wanted to talk about, you guys, was Mia. So Mia, you guys, Real Housewives of Potomac, tomorrow she's going to be seen slapping somebody with a big purse, with her big clutch. Okay, and I'll pose this question to you guys. Do you guys think she's going to get the same criticism that Monique got from Real Housewives of Potomac when she hit somebody, you know, and snatched Candace up? Do you guys think she's going to get that same criticism? Because I don't think she is. And Mia is her right here. So let me show y'all. All right, Mia is her right here on the far left. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie, Mia's a big disappointment for me. When she came on this show, you know, I lived for her. I lived how quick she was to sort of, you know, get the girls together. She wasn't scared, you feel me, to defend herself. She wasn't scared to, you know, press some buttons. Okay, I love the way how when she curses, she says it with so much emphasis, like when Giselle was just like, so are you really sick or are you really sick? And then she's like, you know what? Yeah, like that. I live for that, because you put so much emphasis behind that curse word. So it's like, I live for you. But she's lately just been a big disappointment. She lies a lot. She's sticking her nose where it doesn't need to be in. Patricia's involved, aka Peter Thomas. So it's like, it's a whole sad situation. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys like a little snippet of the whole fight that's gonna happen next week, and let me know if y'all think she's gonna face the same criticism. Okay, so take a look at this, you guys, because not only is she gonna throw a drink, she's gonna hit Wendy with her clutch, big clutch. So bam. So if you guys gonna look at this slow-mo, it's in slow-mo. Shout out to OMFG TV Real TV, aka BGC Vlogger. That used to be BGC Vlogger. Bam. See, 1, 2, shabow. Shaboop. Chapow. So you guys, do you guys think she's gonna face that same criticism, to be honest? And not only that, she's also gonna throw a drink in Mia's face like this. And it shook Mia. Because look at Mia's face. She didn't really expect that. See, look. 1, 2, splash, Niagara Falls. And Karen, one thing about Karen, she got up very, very quickly because she know what was up. She don't want to get sprayed and have to tag that wig down. Splash, Coral Springs. And then she hit her with the purse. Okay, I think Mia needs to be demoted. And the reason why is because I feel as if she's not being authentically herself. I feel like she's playing a lot of stuff up for the camera, and it's really coming across as inauthentic. Like you could tell a lot of the stuff that she did this season isn't truly her. I don't think if the cameras were on, she would have all this animosity towards Wendy as much as she did this season. I feel like she's doing it because Giselle and Robin and them are in her ear kind of feeding her information. So that's why she's reacting the way that she does, to be honest. Yes, that is aggressive and very much assault. Okay, I'm telling you one thing. If Mia were to do that to Robin, I'm telling you, it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't be the same reaction. It just wouldn't be the same reaction. I feel like Robin would knock her boots loose. Okay, because y'all know Robin. Robin, nigga. You feel me? Robin like a real nigga. Yeah. She be like, "Wow, bend over, nigga." Like, fuck you talking about, nigga? Like, yeah, I'm gonna get in them guts, nigga. Like, that's Robin. Like, can't nobody tell me nothing. That's Robin. In the bedroom with the doors closed, I think Robin got a strap, okay? Word to that. All right, so stay tuned for that tomorrow. I would recap it on Sundays, but just because all the Zeus stuff, I can't, because Bobby and all them stuff, I'll be recapping that. But since Bobby's only thing on tomorrow, I'm going to probably recap it really quickly and just put it out. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. All right. I'm gonna add in my first caller of the night. Bia.
Hey.
What's up?
What's good? I hope everybody liked the video so far. Let's get into it.
What do you think about some of these topics?
So I missed some of them because I'm late and I'm high. So
No, you're good.
But let me see. The Chris Brown cancellation. I want to know what's tea. I want to know what's tea, because why have the man doing all the rehearsals, all the prep work, and that's time that you have to pay these dancers for. At least I hope, to prepare, to train, to learn the choreography, to hire a choreographer, to think about lights and all that extra stuff. To suddenly it's just, it's not happening anymore. Nah, what's going on? And a part of me, it's unlikely. But I be on Twitter a lot, and lately, like every few days now, I don't know what the show was that he did like a decade ago when the situation with him and Rihanna first took place. He did like a little documentary or whatever where he went more in depth with it, and how he was saying, he hit her more than once, but she hit him and all of these other things. It keeps going viral. And so everybody's like, I've never seen this. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with it. Because realistically, why? What's the point? Like, if they're gonna ignore, what happened, or not ignore, but if they're like, okay, bygones are bygones, we're gonna book this guy. He hasn't been in the media for anything crazy. Like, the Chris Brown that used to be is not the Chris Brown that's current right now. Like, he's not on, his
He's too
binges in
busy
the
playing
club.
with his hair dye. He's not messing with nobody.
Exactly. My Little Pony is serving over there with the rainbow split dyes.
Very
He doesn't have
critical
time.
eyes.
He's not denying darks and girls from the club right now. Like, so
I seen one picture the other day with a club with a dark skinned girl. I'm not even joking about this. It was, I think, Drake's release party or some shit like that. Or something like that. And I seen a dark skinned model next to her. So I said, okay, he's wearing it.
It's snowing. It must be snowing in those nostrils.
Yeah.
Because we know that's not your type. You like more of a dim sum complected kind, but it's all right. But I really want to I want to get to the bottom of it. Like, I need.
Do you think he's on a mission to being, a little bit blackball, like the baby? Do you think it's a little the baby situation that's going to happen soon, or do you think that's a little too far? Because
I feel like for Chris Brown, honestly, it's already been happening. Like, the numbers aren't there. This is the same person who screams and cries whenever he releases a project that you guys are begging me for music, but when I drop it, I'm not top 10. I'm not.
We lost BFBS.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So it's like you're always complaining when you drop the music. Mind you, stop releasing albums that have 30 songs. We don't have the time anymore. Like, we don't.
That's a month's worth of listening. Like, you can't even listen to that in a week.
I don't have the time. It's like you got to break that down into sessions. Like, times have changed. We cannot do that anymore.
People's attention span are very short. That's what I think some of these artists are not realizing. That's why I believe TikTok has gotten so popular, because it's short videos.
Yes. It's easy to digest, and it sucks so much. And I feel like it became that way because, Girl with a Tattoo by Miguel, or whatever, those short little snippet songs, people attach themselves to them so much because it's like, oh my God, this is so short, we need more. But you keep replaying it because it's so short. So now with streaming and getting paid for it, they're going to replay that song. They want the short song. We're not sitting in our car like we were 10 years old, looking out the window crying to 4-minute songs. Like, they want this in and out. Like, we need a video, we need a dance, we need a quick 8 count, and then we're moving on to the next song, unfortunately. But when you're releasing projects that are freaking 34 songs long, Chris Brown, there's only so much liquor and touching and rubbing we can.
There's something in the
There's so many, there's only so much we can digest. So
what do you think about the whole T.S. Madison thing? Do you think T.S. Madison was speaking a little bit out of turn and it was wrong timing, or do you think she had every right to be a little bit ticked off that everybody thought that girl was a T-girl?
Is this about Just Hilarious? Because I missed that part of the live.
No, so basically what T.S. Madison did, she spoke out against everyone that basically hopped on the bandwagon that the girl that beat up Shanquella and that got in that fight with her was trans. So she felt like everybody is kind of messed up for just assuming that just because people are running with the narrative that, she's trans, that's why she beat her up and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I feel like it's something that needs to be said, because even I've seen it on my own timelines on Twitter where everyone is like, oh, that wasn't a woman who beat her up. That was a man. But we don't know that. And it's almost the 2023rd year after Christ. When do we stop assuming things from just video? Granted, whatever that person identifies as or what they are, it shouldn't have been done. But until we have that information, I don't think it's fair for people to just be like, oh, well, that was a man and she was getting abused by a man. Because whether it was a woman or a man, someone lost their life in that beating.
Right. Exactly.
And so it's like we're hyper focusing on one aspect of it instead of everything, because there were legitimate male cisgender men in that room while that was happening, and none of them stepped forward. Instead, you hear them saying, "Fight back!" Like, what? Before I even knew what happened, I had saw the video, and I'm so mad that I saw it because now I can't forget it, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't think it's fair for people to be labeling that woman's gender because, again, I don't want to say that being transgender is an insult or is something to be ashamed about. But for someone who is cisgender to be labeled in that way, that might, I mean, screw her. If they unalived her, you know, I don't really care. But, you know, it's not fair for someone to have to be misgendered on either side of the spectrum, whatever it is that they're doing. What else did you guys discuss? Because I'm late.
I was talking about Mia and Kandi also.
The consequences are never the same for lighter skinned women as they are for dark skinned women. What's there is giving.
Do you think Kandi's gonna give her one of those talks at the reunion? Be like, so Mia, like, why did you put your hands on Wendy?
I want to know, and I want to hear it. Like, I want them to put up that whole fiasco about Black women and violence. I want it all because it's giving Ocho Cinco wanted me. Like, it's a problem when I do it, but when you do it, it's just, oh, tensions were high, so I tossed my drink. Like, and there's something about drink throwing that just, ooh, it makes me so mad because it's like, that's gonna stain.
Right, it's so fucking sudden. Like, I would hate to have the scene. To me, that's one of the most cringiest is when Jason Lee threw that drink in Hazel E's face.
Yes.
Shock. She was like,
nostrils and eyes burning. Like, oh my god,
it was so bad.
I had a drink thrown in my face at one time, and I'm a real hood rat, so I really be outside doing these ghetto things. And she threw the drink in my face, and I literally stopped and I said, "Is this Bad Girls Club?" And then just proceeded to fight her because why would you do that? It burns. My eyelashes are loose now. Mascara running. It stays. Now I smell like margaritas.
I live. Any thoughts on any of these topics?
It's gonna be a long winter, and so I'm hoping all the shows bring the drama.
Period. Oh, and I gotta for y'all now be recap. I ain't gonna announce it yet because I don't want other people to start doing it. But like, it's a good series. Like, y'all gonna laugh because it's all y'all favorites.
I'm excited because I literally come home from work and I'm like, okay, let me see what Pierre uploaded because you know I got time. But yeah, everybody have a good night. Y'all like this video?
Per night. I love my entertainers, y'all. All right, so nobody else wants to call in something in this live. Stay tuned for tonight, you guys. I'm gonna be reacting to one of BGC Positive T's interview with Teresa of BGC 11. So she did an interview with their Instagram platform. So stay tuned for that tonight because I'm going to be doing the interview reaction. All right, entertainers, let me know what you guys think about some of these topics. What do you guys think about Chris Brown getting canceled on? What do you guys think about T.S. Madison's backlash? Should Mia be fired or demoted for doing all these things to Wendy? And then also, do you guys think that Kandi's show should have been given a second chance in a second season? All right, entertainers, I'm out. Leave your comments down below. We are out, babies.
No personal.